$37.68 save your life? Let's find out. Oh yeah. Make a shelter, find food, start a fire. Can your mother eat Chipotle off my... Stress test every item that comes with this kit to make sure it will actually save your life or not. And guys, if you know anything about me, I'm super thorough. $36.78, we got this emergency survival kit off Temu. There's a lot of stuff this thing comes with. A folding shovel and pick, an emergency shelter. And why are you paying the camera at me when I said that? An emergency shelter, pocket knife, compass, pen for writing. I didn't know if it did other things. Tactical water bottle tactical water bottle quit. Why you when I've tactical water bottle buckle, tactical flashlight, a saber card. Our poncho's leaving. Look at the poncho. All right, a saber card. That's an 11-in-1 survival tool. Also works as a can opener, bottle cap opener, screwdriver, knife edge, saw blade, ruler, etc. Paracord survival bracelet, multifunctional paracord, includes fire starter, scrapper, compass and whistle, wire saw for cutting wood, plastic bone, oh, not plastic bone. No, plastic ain't. You keep pointing at me when I fuck up. That's crazy. All right, whistle, provide up to 120 decibels. All right, so we're gonna have to test that out. All this stuff, we're gonna have to test it out. Is there? Oh, there's a lot more. Disposable rank. There it goes. Yo, cameraman, don't talk. I don't know if you can say that. Emergency blanket, fire starting stick, a light stick, waterproof phone pouch. I don't know. I think we might be doing this minus the phone. Why are you looking at me when I'm stuttering like that? A tail lock spring, flat jaw. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff going on there. A 7-in-1 multi-use spoon, a fish spear. You throw that at people? No way. Look at the video. Someone, look at the picture in there. He dead threw the fucking spoon at him and killed him. So I guess we gotta practice doing that. And we got a first aid kit, so I don't know, maybe we'll have to like fall down or something. We're gonna keep this as realistic as possible. First thing you're gonna do in the apocalypse is head over to the hood of your Buick Century and you're gonna grab everything you need. Right now we need to build a utility belt, because if you're not ready, then you're gonna die. All right, so probably lock that in. I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna go ahead and add everything to this utility belt. First thing we got here, looks like we got an axe. I think this is our foldable shovel. Next thing we got is this holds your water bottle, I think. Holding a water's gonna be extremely important inside of the apocalypse. All right, we're locked in. We got those 3 things on there. I don't think, oh, one more thing. We got a Caribbean. We're gonna add the Caribbean to it. Kind of essentially want to make yourself look like an extremely poor Rambo. Does this make my titties look pronounced? We've gathered, dude. Yo, I'm fucking toasted. We've gathered everything that we need, and this is what you should look like in the middle of the apocalypse. Cue like some non-copyrighted rock music. All right, we have pocket knife, flashlight, whistle, I'm in trouble, fire starter on the wrist, always ready to Prince Zuko, axe, upside down for easy fallout access, also upside down shovel for easy fallout access, emergency shelter. I'm gonna say it's not very thick to start off with. Is this for cooking actually? I'm trying to open the fucker up. All right, we have the end of our string. I found out what we need to do. We need to tie this off to something. It will hold it up through the inside, I believe. So we're gonna tie a knot in it right here. I wasn't in the Boy Scouts growing up. I was in foster care. So I don't know if that's really the same or not. All right. It's gotta be right. Come have a look at the square footage we got. All right, before we can call this complete, we're gonna need to go ahead and test out the shelter and see if it can make it through all kinds of weather, like rain. I'm gonna get inside and we're gonna use our high value simulator to simulate rain falling onto our shelter. All right, I think we're ready. This is what it looks like in your shelter when you can't keep the edges crisp. You gotta find a way to close that. My ass is wet. All right, now that we have shelter, the next thing you need to do is find food. One option is
taking this spork and spear, and apparently, like the pamphlet said, start just cross mapping fucking pigeons or something. But we're not gonna do that. I'm in a trailer park. We can't do that. We're gonna move on to the next best thing. What's always next to a trailer park? A creek. We're gonna go ahead and fish for our dinner tonight. So let's go ahead and walk over to the creek. And I've never really been fishing that much, so we're gonna see what we can do with this. We have some little lures. Looks like a little tail, and it looks like we have a little shrimp as well. This might be for catching fish in the ocean. If there's any like fishing YouTubers out there who want to have me on their boat or whatever, please hit me up and let me know. All right, so we're over here by the creek now. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up and get it on some sort of stick or something I can use as a rod. All right, guys, I already started fishing. I look at this. Look at this. Something's already on the line, and I think it's working out well. The lures must be filled with some kind of fish food or something. He's coming in. I think he's finally giving up. Look at him. Petite tender beef fillets. All right, let's go through our checklist. We already have shelter. We have food. And the next thing we need to do is start a fire. That's why we have our handy dandy fire starter on our wrist. Remember, always have your utility belt and all the appliances you need to get the job done. You won't die. Bear Grylls would be like so fucking proud of me right now. I got my fire starting sticks. I guess you start the fire onto this, and this is without, you know what I'm saying, the average person might not have the knowledge to like, you know what they need to start, boom, fire, and then put this on. You can barely tell because let's go ahead and try and start this fire. Challenge 3 accepted, baby. Let's see what we got to do here. All right, I'm gonna put the little fucking rope here. And then I'm gonna take my fire starting stick, and it has this protective sleeve on it so you don't accidentally light yourself on fire, I guess. And now I think we just go. I think you just do this whole bunch. Hold on, wait. We need to lock in. They make this look so much easier on TV. There's no fucking way I'm this stupid. Is there a button you press for propane? Oh, hold on. Did y'all see that? We gotta light the... Dude, how am I supposed to light this little piece of narwhal on fire? Oh my God. This is an incendiary device. No way this is legal. Am I supposed to shoot it at it? Like some kind of... This has got to be some kind of Skyrim, Elden Ring, fireball effect. You're supposed to throw it at this. Because I don't think you just start it. You got to have some real good aim. I mean, I quick scope on COD, but like that's it. Oh, is this all the fire stuff I'm getting off of it and the fire stuff's not working? Is it a limited supply of fire? Let that heat up. I need to cook my fish, dog. This is not a viable option. There's no way this is a me problem. Oh. Hold on, I'm getting somewhere. Challenge 2 and 3 coming together. Find food, make a fire. So you can cook the food. As you can see, that went pretty well. We're ready to go ahead and slap our petite tender beef fillets that we caught earlier. We're gonna go ahead and slap them on the fire. Is anybody here watching this video, if you eat fish, what's your favorite kind of fish to eat? This is mine. Fresh out the creek. Why are you looking at me? All right, now while our fire warms up, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our pen for writing and this medical card right here. Essentially, if we're away from home, like we're away from our shelter, or if people need to contact us, maybe there's some kind of special noise we can make, and we can write down what that noise is on here so that they'll know what's going on, how far away we are from camp, you know. So let's go ahead and get that written down. We're gonna use our Buick. Yo, it's Bula. What should they yell? Scream, gang, I'll pull up. So that's a note for the person that pulls up. Allergies, I will go ahead and say that I am allergic to cephalopods. I don't remember what it's called. Bula. Address, I'll just kind of put like one of these "you are here" because that's really what's going to tell them where I live. This is the apocalypse and this is a survival kit. So like where you found this is where I live. City, state, and zip probably and country won't exist in the apocalypse. Birthday is not really going to matter. Gender, we're going to go ahead and put male there. No cell phones. Height and weight. I'm solid 185, 6'1". Emergency contacts, actually, Yell Gang. Emergency contacts should come. We'll put that down by the shelter. All right, so while challenge 2 and 3 are coming together to make a hybrid, we're gonna go ahead and do challenge 4. Challenge 4 is testing everything on our utility belt to make sure that it works. We have the wire saw, a screw for our multi-tool, and our hammer. We're gonna screw it in, hammer it in, whatever we gotta do. Hammer, axe, shovel. Let's go ahead and find out if all of them work. We're gonna stress test the shit out of them. All right, I don't know how actually sharp this is, but we're gonna test out this wire saw and we're gonna put it to the test. I'm gonna straight rip this fucking thing like I'm in a mosh pit or something doing the lawnmower. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna... Ow! You gotta have the hands of a fucking orc to do this shit. Done. Next, we're gonna try the hammer side first. Now we're gonna use the axe. I think there's a hole puncher as well. Hold on. I know how to do this. I've watched those videos where they cut down trees for competition. You go, I haven't been watching enough. Now we're gonna try the pliers. This is pliers, not a hole puncher. I was wrong. Fuck. Hit the Buick, but it works pretty good. Honestly, this axe is pretty good. It slips out of your hands if you have large hands. This might be a woman's axe. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and blur that out. All right, we need to put this stuff to like the test, like for real, to see if it's like gonna break. You never know what could happen. Someone might pull up on you and your shelter and your camp and start beating the shit out of all your multi-tools with a handheld spade. So we're gonna see if that does anything to it. All right. Okay. Holy shit, dude. If someone's out there rocking with the fucking handheld spade, they really might fucking dust your shit in. Quit playing with them. That's all. That's done for, dude. Look at that. Who's walking around with that doing this? Anybody. It's the apocalypse. You never know what's going to happen, what's going to be around the next corner. So yeah, your hole punch doesn't work. You can't put all your 31 and 1s away. Moving on, we have a shovel. Honestly, full. But is that going to cause severe damage to the tool? Okay. He has a lisp now. Okay. Imagine you were digging in the ground and you're hitting some rocks. You know what I'm saying? Turn it to an omelet. Now the shovel. Okay, now imagine you hit some rocks. Yo, negative omelet. Let's get back over to our beef fillets that we caught earlier out the creek. We're gonna grab our throwing knife. Okay. I don't know, the fire we made's turning out pretty good. Now back to our utility belt. We were able to source some water through condensation and the sun when it hits when it hits the rays up here and there's these little bubbles and then water drips down here. I think you just put the bottle outside and it will create the water. But we do have this water bottle holder. Unfortunately, I believe that this is for a certain, maybe a different brand of it. Maybe it's brand specific. Like, you know, a car, when you have like car parts that won't work on certain cars and that car won't let you use other stuff even though it's the same thing. So I think that's kind of what's going on here. Water. So we were able to find a way to source some organic water anyways. Let's move on. We're gonna go ahead and move to this camping lamp. Apparently it's a collapsible or something like that. It extendo lamp maybe. But if you need this to work out in the desert and you don't have the proper batteries, then you're absolutely done for. You're not seeing anything. And one of those creatures that come out the sand, the big thing like centipedes from Transformers or whatever, yeah, you're not gonna be able to stop it. So we're gonna test it. The way we're gonna stress test this is, say there's like the apocalypse, there's a bunch of tornadoes and like hurricane winds and stuff like that, and so you have this hanging up somewhere and then it falls on the ground. So we're gonna do it open, because you're gonna imagine that it's open and you're using it as a lantern. So now I guess we'll stress test this and see if it works. I used to want to drink the liquid in here. Solid. Emergency blanket. I don't know how we'd particularly find out about this right now, other than just using it as a cape. pretty warm. Last thing we have to test here is this rope, this paracord. So we're gonna see if it can hold us up off of a branch, and I think I have the perfect spot right here. So here's the face of our mountain. Here's my Caribbean. This is exactly how you got to do this kind of stuff, guys. I mean, you got to test it to make sure it's all safe for you to use. Honestly, I'm real big on safety, if you can't tell. We're just going to put a double knot in there because, you know, the average person didn't go to law school. So something like that should hold. So that's locked in. This, okay, I screwed this up right here onto the, where it latches. It'll make sure that it won't like unlatch and fall off. And here's our knot. Solid 185, 6'1". Okay, I'm on the face of the mountain. Honestly, pretty solid, dude. This is a strong cord. This really might save your life. I'm putting it to the test. I'm telling you right now, this is 185 of pure torture on this fucking string right here. Maybe I can climb up the tree. Oh, it unlatched. Okay, hold on. We do have a problem. Okay. All right. Yep. There's a problem. 185 is too much. 185 is definitely too much weight for this device. All right, fucking Phil Swift. That's a lot of damage. Look at that, dude. Oh, you know what it does say on the side right there? It says not for climbing. Good thing I wasn't climbing, I was hanging. That was for resting at an elevated position. Now, with all that being said, the whole point of this video was to put this survival kit from Temu for $37 to the test. You be the judge. I'll tell you what I think. This was our list of challenges. We needed to build a shelter. We did. We got in it. We tested it from the rain. It worked out. We needed to find food. We went down to the creek. We caught something that's pretty rare, if you ask me. Not a lot of people can do that. The next thing was to make a fire. We started a fire. We worked really hard. Started a fire. Started cooking our food. And then we put everything inside of this kit to a stress test to see how it would actually work in the apocalypse or in the wild. So there's our checklist complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see another video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. We just got monetized on YouTube. The regulars are growing. Shout out all the homies. I appreciate y'all. Let me know what you want to see next. Peace.